Hello everybody, this is my case study on Truman Elementary School. What do you need to know about the school? Truman is pre-K through 8th grade in a suburban setting with about 700 students. Each grade has 3 classes. 7th and 8th grade is divided up into teams and they have one preschool. 15% of their population at the school is free or reduced lunch, and 5% of that population has a primary language other than English. When looking at the achievements, test scores indicate students have been doing worse in the areas of reading and writing, and those are far lower than what their math scores are. What we also need to know is that the parent-teacher organization, they're expressing ideas that the school is not teaching reading, spelling, or corrections of the two. Parents are expressing that Truman's bright students are bored in the classroom because they have to wait for kids that are behind to catch up to the rest of the class. They're not really challenging the gifted students in those classes. The parents want something done, and they want the principal to find out what the problem is and fix it. The principal, on the other hand, knew about the scores being kind of low, but it wasn't really, he didn't get to the point of doing something until it was brought to his attention by the PTO. And after so, he had the reading supervisor visit the classrooms and create a reflection based on his findings and provide recommendations for improvement. What did the reading supervisor find out? He found out that they spent little time on language arts skills. Instruction was done in whole groups. Little groups or individual work to develop skills was lacking. They lacked reading strategies when encountering difficult words. The recommendation that he suggested was curriculum standards need to be revisited and revamped. Classroom instruction needed to include more balanced elements of reading, talking about phonics and how we pronounce words. We also needed to have the kids doing more of reading at grade level or above to challenge himself. And he also suggested that there was comprehensive professional development programs put in place for the staff. What do I need to know? How does Truman compare to other schools in the area, even within the district or just along the lines of the state in reading and writing? Does the principal share test data with his teachers and other staff within the school? Are teachers aware of the perception that Truman has about reading and the lack that they're teaching it? Does Truman meet all the requirements for the grant that the principal is looking into? Does Truman also work with the other elementary schools within the district? Are they collaborating or are they working independently of each other? Problems that I've been able to identify based on the information provided. Students are not on track with grade level reading and writing skills. Staff are not taking the extra steps to ensure that each student's reading and writing skills are at grade level. The staff needs to update their current reading and writing curriculum to align with today's trends and best studies. And the principal needs to spend more time within the classroom and overseeing what is being taught within the classroom. As the school leader, what strategies would I implement in an action plan to help Truman Elementary School? Step one, you need to train the staff in new reading and writing trends and best practices that are out there. You can do that through professional development opportunities and working on comprehensive development strategies and challenging reading and learning different strategies when working with individual learning and small group setting. Step two would involve update and revamping of the current reading and writing curriculum. With that, you're going to need to set aside funds that to do a major overhaul, which would include technology and things like that to go with it. Also, with that revamp, it would be a good idea to set aside a time throughout the day where students can stop what they're doing and they have some time where they sit there and read. So we're implementing reading every day. Also, we need to work on using reading and writing skills across the curriculum, no matter what the subject matter be. Step three would be the duties of the principal. Um, what I would need to do is take action and full advantage of the grant and submit it to be recommended. Um, with that, it may come down to I might use the district's grant writer and have other people work with me because there is a need for improvement within the school, and that's going to take funding to get us on track. The principal also needs to visit with the staff and promote the importance of the new training and things that they've learned to promote these reading and writing skills throughout the classroom. Another thing, as the school leader, I think that it's important to spend more time in the classroom and look at what's being taught and areas of concerns, or maybe areas of improvement each teacher may need, or maybe areas where they feel that they struggle that they need improvement in. But by the principal spending more time in the classroom, he can start to see gaps or trends that are occurring. And finally, the principal needs to be able to analyze the data each quarter and look for emerging trends and not wait for parents to voice up about the problem. When resolving the issue based on promoting the success of all students, we need to look at what's best for the students. Students need teachers that are trained in the up and coming best practice strategies. Students need a teacher that is equipped with the correct technology and up-to-date technology that helps promote learning through the different forms of technology. And that's not just reading, but writing, math, science. Technology is always going to be a good thing to have in the classroom. Students need adequate time during the day to engage in these practices of reading and writing, and not just in a small hour of English class. School needs funds to help update and revamp their reading and writing curriculum. And the school is also going to need to take steps to evaluate their ELL program. It's going to come down to collecting data to see where progress is going and to find new gaps that would prevent students from developing mastery of the skills. Solving the problem. Data from the past 3 years is showing new changes within the reading and writing programs at Truman Elementary School. The data is showing a need for students' reading skills to be above the 50 percentile. The data also shows that students in the upper percentile need to be challenged, or they could be concerns of them not improving, or they even could digress in their skill set. The data needs to be looked at over a regular basis with the ELA staff and the professional learning community, their PLC group. The group's job is to ensure that new strategies are in place each year that help the students to become more successful. The data needs to be collected on a regular basis, and that means follow through for everybody. The data needs to be reviewed regularly to see progress and look for developing gaps. And the final part of their job is to suggest ideas and programs to help students increase their reading level. Based on what I've looked at from the Truman Elementary case study, some of the thoughts and things that I noticed from a glance, Truman definitely needs to revamp their ELA curriculum. I feel that teachers don't want to try new things or take the extra steps to help each individual student. They just kind of want to do the overall thing year in and year out. There needs to be more time placed on reading and writing, so that hour every day needs to be lengthened to a larger amount of time. It also seems like the principal doesn't spend enough time within the classroom to see these developing problems, and he also seems to be waiting until the problem emerges and that he finds out, not so much from his staff, but he's finding from his PTO group that there's a problem. Some of the good things that the principal has done is, since the problem was brought to his attention, he brought in a reading specialist to find problems and to create an action plan. He's also gone out and found a grant that is geared towards schools like Truman that are struggling with reading. Some unresolved issues that are concerned to me. Will the principal take the steps to complete the grant, or is he just going to get going and then just kind of see if it's resolved itself. Follow through with changes and the need of the grant money. Is there going to be any follow through, whether they do professional development or not? What would ensure that the principal takes the steps to make sure that's still going on in the classroom? So far, the principal has been able to complete 3 of the 4 criteria, in my opinion, of the grant. Do the students live in some of the areas that are poverty? Sure, some of them are, but not all of them. They had a reading specialist come through, and he did a reading analysis and looked at what their strengths and weaknesses are. And also the principal has worked with the data from the standardized testing from the last 3 years. Finally, Standard 8 talks about educational leaders and their ability to work with the community and families in promoting the student success and well-being. We look at, to be an effective educational leader, you need to be able to promote collaboration within the school, district, and the community. You need to keep open lines of communication with not only your staff, but also community stakeholders, i.e. the PTO is important. They need to be on board and working closely with administration. They also need to encourage staff to attend regular professional development opportunities, not just in reading and writing, but overall. We need to be lifelong learners. Encourage community involvement in helping our students increase their reading and writing skills. If parents know that our students are struggling with reading and writing, and the community knows with it, they can take steps to help in the involvement. It doesn't need to be just within the classroom. Also, the principal needs to devote himself to learning the strategies that he can take back to the classroom and promote to his staff that may help them with areas that they struggle in, things like classroom management, new and trending reading techniques or writing skills that are out there. That doesn't just have to be the teacher doing the professional learning. The principal can do so as well. With that all being said, that is my case study on Truman Elementary School. Thank you, everybody.